In today's class, we are going to see regarding miscellaneous treatment processes. In that, we are going to see regarding softening, that is lime soda and zeolite process, estimation of hardness, then fluoridation and defluoridation, Nalgonda technique, RO and that is reverse osmosis and nanofiltration with merits and demerits we are going to see. Okay. Now this is the flow diagram of your water treatment plant, right? In the first we have removed the larger floating elements by screening. Then in order to increase the DO content in water, we have done the aeration. Then sedimentation in order to remove the suspended particle or subtleable particle in water, we have done the sedimentation. Then very finer suspended particle which are not removed by sedimentation or coagulation sedimentation, we have removed it by filtration. Then we have seen we have seen how we have to kill the microbes in the disinfection process. Various kinds of disinfection methods we have seen. Now we are going to see what are the miscellaneous treatment. In the miscellaneous treatment, removal of color, removal of odor, removal of turbidity, or softening, right, fluoridation, defluoridation, all techniques are there, but in your syllabus they have mainly concentrated on the softening, that is lime soda and zeolite process, and then a fluoridation defluoridation technique, and then RO and nanofiltration, they are going to give the more concentration. So we will be discussing regarding all this. Now whatever we are going to discuss, it is a part of miscellaneous treatment. In the miscellaneous treatment, first concept is softening. Now before softening, we need to know what is hardness first. In order to remove this hardness, what we are going to do, we are going to have the softening process. So first we'll see what is hardness, then we'll come to the softening and the types of it. So first we are going to discuss regarding the hardness. Now what is hard water? Okay, or we'll see what is hardness of water. Regarding this, or hard water, or regarding hardness of water, you have studied in your school days itself, that is what is hardness. Now what is hardness according to the normal person? Water which is, when it is treated with the soap, it is not going to give, or there is a difficulty in getting the lather or a foam formation, that particular water we call it as an hard water. But as an engineering student, how we should define it? Now the water which is going to have the calcium and magnesium associated with, right, carbonates, bicarbonates, sulfates and nitrates along with the chloride, all together they are going to form the hardness of water. Okay, I repeat, calcium, magnesium associated with carbonates, bicarbonates, sulfate, nitrate and chloride, all together is going to form the hard water. That is nothing but the hard water. Okay, now in this hard water there are two types. One is temporary hardness and the other one is permanent hardness. Now what is this temporary hardness? The hardness which can be treated by either boiling or soda lime, that particular process, or with the addition of lime, that particular process we call, that particular water we call it as an temporary hard. That means the hardness can be easily removed by boiling or with addition of lime. Now what is permanent hardness? The hardness which cannot be easily removed, right, the hardness of water which cannot be easily removed by boiling or with the addition of lime is called as a permanent hardness. For this also we have a remedy. We are going to discuss how to remove the permanent hardness, right? So the calcium and magnesium associated with sulfate, nitrate and chloride will impart the permanent hardness. Now how this permanent hardness we are going to remove? We are going to remove by using lime soda process and zeolite process. So we are concentrating our study on these particular two aspects, but before going to these, we should know what is hardness and all. So I think you know what is hardness now. It is nothing but the hard water is nothing but calcium and magnesium associated with carbonate, bicarbonate, sulfate, nitrate and chloride will form the hard water. Temporary hardness, calcium and magnesium associated with carbonates and bicarbonates will call the temporary hardness. Permanent hardness, calcium and magnesium associated with sulfate, nitrate and chloride will induce the permanent hardness in water. Now we have to see what are the different problems associated with this particular hard water. Now hard water, right, these are the some of the disadvantages of hard water. The hard water will make the water in an alkaline range. It will bring the water in the alkaline range. Now food will become less tasty. Okay, whatever the food you prepare, if you are going to prepare with the hard water, now that particular food will be less tasty. Then formation of scaling is if used in the boiler. Now it is due to this presence of calcium, magnesium, carbonate, bicarbonate, sulfate, nitrate and chloride, it is going to form the scale. That means the white scaling that will be observed on the boilers or any of the containers. If you are continuously using it, it is going to form the white patches. Now due to this formation, scale formation, whatever the heat that you are going to give it to the boilers, that particular heat it will be getting lost, because it is going to be observed by these particular scale form. Whatever the salts are there, it is going to observe. So heat transfer, it is going to have a bit amount of loss will be there due to this particular hard water. Then formation of white patches on clothes. Okay, if you are going to use this particular hard water in the washing process of your clothes, since it is going to have the calcium, magnesium, right, and carbonates, bicarbonate, sulfate, nitrate, it is going to form the white patches. And if you are going to use this particular hard water in the in concreting and all, or might be for curing and all, it is going to react with the cement and it is going to give you the white patches on the surfaces. So this hard water is going to have many different kind of problems other than this. Now one more problem that you are going to have with this particular hard water is the incrustation. Now what is incrustation? Now the hard water, if it is going to be flowed through the pipe, okay, the hard water, if it is going to be flowed through the pipe continuously, now these calcium and magnesium along with the different salts, it is going to form the scale. Now due to this, what is going to happen? The diameter of your pipe is going to reduce, right? The diameter of the pipe is going to reduce. When the diameter of the pipe is going to reduce, the water carrying capacity of the pipe is automatically, it is going to be reduced. So this is one problem, again the one problem of hard water, right? There are like this, there are few other problems are there along associated with this hard water. So now our aim is to remove this particular hardness. Okay, now the total hardness is the summation of calcium hardness plus magnesium hardness. Now when you are going to come in final years, right, in the or 6th sem or in the final years, you are going to do an experimentation regarding the hard water. There you are going to learn regarding how to determine the total hardness and how to determine the calcium hardness. If you determine two, you can determine the magnesium hardness of water. Okay, now our IS standards says that if you want to supply the water for the public supplies, it should have the hardness of around 75 to 115 mg per liter. Okay, now it is also had fixed the desirable limit. Your IS standards, it has fixed the desirable limit for hardness is 300 mg per liter, and it has fixed the permissible limit of around 600 mg per liter. 300 for desirable limit, 600 for mg per liter for permissible limit. So this is regarding the brief introduction regarding the hardness. Now if we take the two types of sources, your surface source and your groundwater source, might be borewell or your borewell or open wells. Your surface water will be compared to the ground, your groundwater source might be open well or bore well, your surface water will be having less hardness than your groundwater source. The reason is, when the precipitate is going to occur, what is going to happen, right? Your surface source like river, lakes and all, now the water will be flowed down from the land and it is going to react with the soil and all. Now soil also will be having these calcium, magnesium associated with the different salts. So here it is going to come and accumulate in the river. But when in the groundwater, what happens is the water has to percolate from the soil. Now soil is enriched with the different kinds of salts and minerals. When it is going to come with these salts and minerals, it has to pass a long way of the soil. So when during the percolation it is going to react with too much amount of salts and minerals, so so it is going to bring all this water into these particular wells, either open wells or bore wells. So as compared to normally, as compared to your open source, your groundwater source will be having bit amount of more hardness. But again it depends on the type of the soil quality which is present in that particular area. Okay, so you need to remember that hardness, normally it will be groundwater will be more hard than the surface water, but again it depends on the soil criteria wherever you are going to have these kinds of water sources. Now in this particular, now coming to this particular unit, that is miscellaneous treatment, we are more concentrating on the lime soda process and the zeolite process. Okay, these are the methods to remove the permanent hardness. Okay, we are going to concentrate on these two, that is lime soda process and the zeolite process, but we will be studying regarding how boiling is going to remove the hardness and how the addition of lime is also going to remove the hardness. So our main intention is to have to study regarding lime soda process and zeolite process, but meanwhile we'll also study regarding the methods to remove the temporary hardness. Okay, so this is in next class we are going to discuss regarding in deep regarding lime soda and the zeolite process. Thank you.